We are standing on the edge of the most critical moment of the entire season, and I need to be brutally honest with you about what is happening in Los Angeles right now. While the record looks good on paper, there is a massive crack in the foundation of this team that could bring the whole house down in the playoffs. We have a quarterback fighting for his legacy and an offensive line that might just get him killed before he gets there. If you are a die-hard Chargers fan who wants the real, unfiltered truth about this team, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications right now because we are riding this wave all the way to the end. Let's get straight into the ugly stuff first. We need to talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the giant hole in our offensive line. As we approach the off-season, there is an uncomfortable reality settling over SoFi Stadium: the interior protection is a disaster. The experiment is failing. And the man at the center of this storm is Mekhi Becton. Do you remember the hype when we signed him? 2 years, $20 million. It was supposed to be a steal. It was supposed to be the move that solidified the wall in front of Justin Herbert. Instead, it has become a nightmare. We are talking about constant injuries, inconsistent play, and a player who looks completely lost at times. The front office knows it, and decisions are being made right now behind closed doors that prove they are ready to move on. The buzz is getting louder about the 2026 draft. According to the latest data from Pro Football Focus, the Chargers are projected to use their first-round pick, specifically the 26th overall, to fix this exact problem. The name you need to write down is Francis Mauigoa from the University of Miami. This isn't just a rumor, it is a calculated exit strategy. Mauigoa is a beast at tackle in college, but scouts believe he has the perfect skill set to slide inside at the NFL level. Why does this matter? Because drafting him allows us to cut Mekhi Becton with minimal pain. If we release Becton this offseason, it's only a $2.5 million dead cap hit. That is pennies compared to the cost of letting Justin Herbert get hit every Sunday. Is it ruthless? Yes. Is it necessary? Absolutely. Think about it for a second: can we genuinely contend for a Super Bowl with an interior line that collapses instantly? We can blame the struggles of 2025 on injuries. We missed Rashawn Slater. We missed Joe Alt. And yes, losing your star tackles hurts. But the rod is in the middle. Zion Johnson has been solid at left guard, but the combination of Becton and center Bradley Bozeman has been, frankly, catastrophic. Let's look at the cold, hard numbers because they don't lie. PFF currently rates Mekhi Becton as having the third worst pass protection grade among all guards in the NFL. He is sitting at a 44.0 pass blocking grade. That is terrifying. Now compare that to the college prospect Francis Mauigoa, who boasts an 87.2 grade. The gap in quality is immense. Becton failed to replicate his redemption arc from Philadelphia, and his public frustration with the coaching staff suggests the bridge is already burned. It is risky to trust a rookie, sure. But imagine a line where we bring in a steady veteran center like Connor McGovern via free agency and pair him with a powerhouse rookie like Mauigoa. That is how you build a fortress. That is how you protect the franchise. But protection is only half the story. The other half is redemption. And this Saturday, Justin Herbert walks into the most important mental test of his career. We have to go back to the scene of the crime. The 2024 playoffs. The AFC wild card round against the Houston Texans. If you are a Chargers fan, that game is burned into your memory like a bad scar. It wasn't just a loss, it was a collapse. The score was 32-12, but the stat line for Herbert was even uglier. On that night, our quarterback, the guy who is usually the most composed player on the field, threw 4 interceptions. 4. He completed less than 44% of his passes. It was statistically the worst game he has ever played in the NFL. Derek Stingley Jr. and the Texans secondary completely dismantled him. They even returned an interception for a touchdown to seal our fate. Herbert hasn't forgotten. In fact, he admits he thinks about it constantly. He said recently that no one felt the pain of that elimination more than him. He isn't hiding from it. He knows he has to face that ghost to move forward. And this brings me to the question of the day, and I really want to see your debates in the comments section on this one. If the Chargers lose this rematch on Saturday, do you think that "cannot win the big one" narrative around Justin Herbert becomes permanent, or is that just media noise? Let me know what you think below. Because the challenge this Saturday is actually harder than it was last year. This isn't the same Texans team, they are better. Houston currently boasts the #1 defense in the entire NFL. They are allowing only 16.6 points per game. They are suffocating teams, allowing just 272 yards of total offense. And their ball-hawking ability is elite, they have a +15 turnover differential. Herbert says the key is ball security and third down efficiency. That sounds great in a press conference, but doing it against this pass rush is a different animal. Danielle Hunter has 13 sacks. Will Anderson Jr. has 11.5 sacks. These guys are game wreckers. And in the secondary, Stingley, Kamari Lassiter, and Jalen Petra all have 4 interceptions each. This is a "pick your poison" defense. If you hold the ball, you get sacked. If you throw it late, you get picked. Despite all of this doom and gloom, we have reasons to believe. The Chargers are 11-4. We are one of the hottest teams in football, winning 8 of our last 9 games. We are peaking at the right time. But we are also limping. Linebacker Denzel Perryman is suspended. 5 key offensive players missed practice this week. We are battered, bruised, and walking into a war zone. The Texans know it, too. C.J. Stroud came out this week and said he expects a fired-up Chargers team seeking revenge. He knows this is personal for us. And that is why this Saturday is the biggest game of the year. Week 17. The final home game at SoFi Stadium. The stakes are gigantic. The Chargers are 11-4, the Texans are 10-5. We are fighting for the AFC West title. We are fighting for seeding. We are fighting for respect. Jim Harbaugh was crystal clear this week, this is the most important game of the season. No looking ahead. No doing math for the playoffs. It is win or go home. There is one glimmer of hope, though. One weakness we can exploit. For all their dominance, the Texans' defense is actually mediocre in the red zone, ranking 23rd in the league. If we can get inside the 20-yard line, we can score. And considering our offense just put up 452 yards and 34 points last week, we have the firepower to do it. So, here is the bottom line. This isn't just a game. It is a referendum on the future of the Los Angeles Chargers. We have a quarterback who needs to exorcise his demons against the team that embarrassed him. We have an offensive line that is fighting for its jobs against the best pass rush in the league. And we have a fan base that is desperate for a statement win. If Herbert plays clean, if the line holds up, and if we take down the Texans, the narrative flips. We go from hopefuls to contenders. The path to the Super Bowl becomes real. But if we crumble again? The questions about Herbert, Becton, and this entire roster will get louder than ever. Chargers Nation, the script is being written right now. This is the moment we have been waiting for. If you are feeling the nerves and the excitement, hit that like button to show your support. Subscribe to the channel because we will be back immediately after the game to break down every single play of this showdown. The future begins on Saturday. Do not miss it.